Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome to the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. We also create comic books because we are doing the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge. That's where you spend at least 30 minutes a day, every day, working on your own personal comic book project. Where is mine? Here. This is the comic book Young and the Dead. It's a kids versus zombie story. It's like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. If you like that kind of stuff, you'll probably dig it. So where are we with the challenge? Well, it is day 43. No, what is it? It's day 45, all right? I don't know where I am, but the one thing I do know is that it is St. Patrick's Day, which is awesome. March 17th, it's St. Patrick's Day. I got my green. Well, I always have my green lab coat on, but I put on a little extra green. I do like St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, it's just an excuse to have a good time. Make some corned beef and cabbage, have a little Bailey's, maybe a little Jameson, and yeah, it's fun. So. I keep saying where are we? Where are we? Well, let's find out where we are. Like I specified before, we are at day 45, so let's write that on the big pad of paper with a big fat Sharpie. Day 45, just so we know where we're at in the challenge. We always mark that down. And I don't know, I want to get to comics because I want to go out and celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so I'm not going to waste any more time. We're going to go right up here to the paralleloscope and see what's going on. It's St. Patrick's Day, so time to make some corned beef and cabbage. Pretty standard. You got the red cabbage, of course the corned beef. I'm not a big beer drinker, so anytime somebody comes over with beers, I always ask them to leave one for when I make corned beef and cabbage or something. So got a beer, got red potatoes, onions, carrots, and yeah, it's pretty simple. So you just got to chop all this stuff up, throw it in the crock pot, and cook it for about a good 8 hours. That looks pretty good. Smells pretty good too. We like the smell of cabbage. So most people don't, but I do. All right. So we should be wrapping up this page 1 today. So if you've been watching, I've been pretty much laying out all the lines with micron pens. And now I'm actually taking to the brush because we're doing, things like trees and stuff like that, and adding some actual shadows and things. So, and you'll see a lot more of that as we go in. Not all of the pages have as much like of this. I was gonna say line work. I guess line work. Yeah, just using the straight edge and everything like that. All these kind of perspective buildings and things like that. There'll be a lot. Obviously, we'll get a lot more with characters, but I think the first 3 pages are gonna be a little more the same as far as going through this building, and we don't see a lot of characters. Anyway, so as far as ink, I'm using a Speedball ink, and I use right now I'm using a Cotman watercolor brush. I believe it's a number 1. And what else? I guess that's about it as far as tools. I mean, it's basically just the ink and the brush, and then I'll have to go in. I usually go in with like a Sino gel pen and add some little white highlights and things like that. But that's pretty much it. So again, we're just kind of dropping in the little shadows right here, like underneath where some of these shadows. And I don't play a lot with heavy shadows. I'm pretty close to just straight line work, but I do need a little extra for this right here. So I usually add a lot of my shading and everything when I do the gray tones, but sometimes I do want some stark blacks in there. So anyway, so that's about it for the first page. So finally, almost a page done. Welcome back to the lab, and we're going to say goodbye to day 45. Goodbye, St. Patrick's Day. Until next year, we're going to crumble up the paper, toss it in the trash, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. That is all. Hey everyone, you've seen the process. Now you can check out the story. Issues 1 through 3 of Young and the Dead are available at my website at serkworks.com. Also follow me on social media at the links listed below. Subscribe and check out some of the other videos in this series. There's much more to come.